So there's plenty of true wireless earphones out there from chifi brands, but what about anime themed ones? Well, I think that's where Moondrop and Tanchjim shine. So today we'll be looking at 3 anime themed wireless IEMs, and we're going to be comparing them to Moondrop's newest offer, the Pudding, and we'll see how it fares. If you like the show, help the channel grow with a like and a sub. You're watching Lumerion, now let's get into it. So with both Moondrop and Tanchjim, you are getting some really eye-catching boxes, all sporting the anime mascots Mitsuki Yuki and Asano Tanch, as well as Robin from Honkai Star Rail, save for the Pudding, which has a more general theming. The Robin's box is the biggest, also reflecting its larger price tag, and it has the most merch with a really premium acrylic block, lots of holographic accents and accessories, including a custom purple outer case and 2 types of ear tips. The Moondrop Act Act might be an older product, but it also features very nice artwork, both a themed case and an outer transparent silicone cover, though it has yellowed over time, and it features a cute art card as well as a standee. The Tanchjim Mino AT might have a smaller package, but it sure is going toe-to-toe on the weeb front, with some generous artwork in the design, and it includes a sticker sheet as well. Finally, there's the Pudding with its more conservative looks, but Moondrop gives you a little photo stamp of Mitsuki Yuki to fulfill the weeb quota nonetheless. In terms of looks, the Moondrop Act Act is based on the older Nekocake design. It's got a somewhat annoying and fixed stem with hit or miss touch controls, but in terms of incorporating the anime DNA, it's still pretty good, with custom patterns on the case, earpieces, and even the outer silicone shell. With the Robin, we see a much improved build quality, giving you a more ergonomic true wireless design with a dual tone look that is very striking. The charge case here is also using a much heftier polycarbonate with a soft touch feel, and the lid, well, it's just beautiful. A holographic art piece of Robin from Honkai Star Rail, and there's also support for wireless charging. With the Mino AT and the Pudding, especially with these color schemes, they kind of feel like 2 peas in a pod. Both sport bright yellow charge cases with a clear lid, though the Pudding, it goes for a more blocky shape and a deeper yellow, whilst the Mino AT, it's more rounded with a lighter shade, and it sports a fancy Asano Tanch anime design as well. Though I like the shape of the Pudding's earpieces more, I think the Mino AT, it just has slightly better build quality, and it's also got an autoplay pause sensor. So all of these Moondrop wireless sets interface using the Moondrop Link app, which has gone through a lot of redesigns. The Act Act is probably the oldest of the bunch here, so the feature set is pretty basic. You only get 5 EQ presets and that's it. And it only has ANC, which is pretty weak by the way. Now the Robin has a stronger ANC mode, plus an alright transparency mode, whilst also including 5 EQ presets and gain control. Now the Pudding is going to be the newest true wireless platform, and it really shows, including all the stuff that Robin has, trading the EQ presets in lieu of a really good PEQ, parametric EQ option, though the positive gain amount is a bit low. The Tanchjim Mino AT, this one works with the Tanchjim app, also including very solid ANC and transparency performance. I would say that the noise cancellation here, it's on par with the Moondrop Pudding and the Robin as well. But the transparency on the Moondrop Pudding, it's just that little bit stronger here. With the Tanchjim app, you get a very versatile 10-band parametric EQ with a plus and minus 12 decibel range, as well as some official EQ presets alongside game-specific EQs as well. Now it's worth noting that of all the TrueWire sets on display today, only the Mino AT has an IPX4 rating, whereas the Moondrop sets, they do not have any kind of water resistance. Despite a more intuitive PEQ experience on the Moondrop pudding, I find that the Tanchjim app, it's still more stable and refined with less glitches and bugs than Moondrop Link. So take that into account if you are someone who uses that companion app a lot. Now, if you want a detailed review of any of these wireless sets, I have separate videos for the Moondrop Pudding, Robin, the standard version of the Nekocake, as well as the white colored Tanchjim Mino. But for this video, I just want to focus on the pudding and how it compares to the 3 other sets. All 4 of these will be set to their default sound tuning because, I mean, oh boy, if we factor in all the possible parametric EQ changes, we're gonna be here all day. But first up is gonna be the Robin. In its default sound, it has a more neutral leaning signature compared to the pudding, which is kinda slightly warmer and a bit brighter. Bass impact on the Robin, it's definitely stronger, with a bit more slam factor rather than the lighter hits of the pudding. The Robin's driver, I think, it's just able to push out more low end, regardless of any EQ boosting going on here. Now, vocals on both of these sets, I think they're both pretty romantic. Not completely forward, but it still gives female vocalists sort of a nice presence boost. I think the pudding, it has a bit more brightness and breathiness compared to the Robin, which gives singers a more, I would say, a studio recording quality on the Robin here. Technicalities are a clear win with the Robin though. It chokes less when there are many details to render, and the micro details, they just have a bit more space to shine through. So the Nekocake Acht Acht version is mostly here to represent Moondrop's legacy products, and it kinda serves to show just how far Moondrop has improved their wireless offerings. The Nekocake design, it never had great bass performance, and it is definitely outdone by the newer driver on the Moondrop pudding. Tuning on the Nekocake still holds up though. It does vocals justice similar to its sister models, though you can kinda hear some detail smearing and smoothing, especially on more complex songs, and the treble is pretty rolled off, leaving me wanting just a bit more clarity. Now the Mino AT is a pretty close match with the pudding, from its design, its features, and they both even spec into a sort of vocal-centric sound signature as well. I think the stem designs, they have a bit less bass presence overall, because the pudding, I think it still trumps the Mino AT in terms of bass quantity. Possibly because its design, it just gives you a better seal, you know? But for bass quality, I think both sets are pretty evenly matched. Vocals on the Mino take center stage with a sharper presentation overall, whilst the pudding puts singers a bit behind the instrument layer. Though with the pudding, you get that ASMR level breathiness. For technical ability though, both the Mino AT and the pudding are just neck and neck with each other. Pretty nicely separating main melodies from vocals, but for more intense music with a lot of sounds like drums and cymbals, you do start to see them struggle just a little bit. So if you're in the market for some special anime themed true wireless earbuds, hopefully this video will answer some of your questions. Now most of the Wii power is concentrated in Moondrop and Tanchjim, and you can see that they offer similarly attractive designs, features, and sound quality, the nuances of which will, I guess, ultimately be what decides if one model is worth your money over the other. But in general, the newer releases such as the Moondrop Pudding, the Robin, and even the Mino AT, they are all solid picks for wireless audio with a bit of personality and flair. Join my Patreon for extra product photography and thumbnails of these videos, and get my image presets, which aim to give the stale photos of modern digital cameras some vintage vibes and a bit more personality. I am also releasing a new preset that helps complement and really bring out the characters of your old digicam. So if you have an old digital camera, you want a nice preset, a punchy one, go to my Patreon, grab it, and tell me about your results. Join the channel members to get early access to videos just like these, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.